Hello and welcome to this week's Confident Club Cuppa.
Hey up.
Right everybody, we've been talking about Steve's book, How to Be a Complete and Utter Duck Up, and we're on step 7. So last week, Steve, on our Cuppa, we were talking about goal setting, and we said this week we talk a bit more about goal setting.
Yeah,
right?
boring, innit? Goal setting.
So yeah, the title of this one is called, If You Do Have Goals, Don't Put Them in Writing.
Yes.
And if you do, don't think too big.
Yes.
So I'm just going to read this very little short step out here.
Go on then.
Right. Another reason why students of the Duck Up must be careful not to commit to their goals in ink is it makes you think. You see, you can't have everything. There isn't enough time to have everything. Anyway, where would you keep it all?
Yeah.
But you can have anything. Most people just won't decide what their anything is going to be. Remember, success is a decision. All you have to do is to decide what you want to be, do, and have. And I'm sure, Steve, you say it in that order as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Be, do, have.
Here's one fancy one for you. The law of the excluded alternative, Curly, which I know you're very familiar with. But for our viewers, that means if I'm doing that, I can't be doing this. So as a speaker, you know, I've had occasions when I've agreed to do something and part of me's been going, shouldn't be doing this, it's not quite right, don't fit my values, whatever, but whatever, put it in diary, and you can almost guarantee as soon as the phone goes down, and we've done this with workshops as well, you know, that the phone will ring and it's somewhat even more exciting, but it's on the same date, right? So, you know, and I know there's ways of freeing up, not just getting paid for your time, but that's one example, I think. So yeah, I thought, what can we say about goals that you haven't heard before, right? So you all know about SMART goals, don't we?
Yeah.
Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timed. Yeah, that's okay, and there's some distinctions to that.
Some people love that, don't
Some
they?
people love that.
It's whatever works for you.
If you're very analytical, and I said if you write your goal down, so I said you have to, by writing it down, you have to make a decision, but you might picture it down.
Yeah.
I mean, you're big on your mind maps now.
I like mind maps.
Or you might do a vision board, but just something that makes you decide, am I going to do that and spend my time doing that, or am I going to do this, right?
Yeah.
However you do it, and there's other ways too. But I think a key distinction with any kind of goal, and you could add this to SMARTs, you could make it a SMARTs goal, it's a written goal, or you could just add it to any goal you set, is asking yourself, it's the S for step. What's the last step?
I love this. Go on, tell everybody what it is, because I love it.
Well, what I mean, so you ask it, you know, power of questions, you just ask this question. So if you got your goal sort of formulated how you want it, you go, how will I know I've achieved the goal? I.e., what will be the last step that says 100% certainty, just like you know the sun's going to come up tomorrow, I achieved the goal.
What would it take for me to know I've achieved it?
That's it. So I'll give you an example, one I use for real, and I'm going to use a thing, although I'm big on setting goals about what you're going to be and do, purpose rather than have, but we can all relate to how. So we've seen this dream home, right, years ago. It's going to be like an all-time family home in Garforth. Set a goal, you're going to do it. And I thought, yeah, but what about the last step? Now, it would be different for all of you. So you have to go, what in your heart, what tells you, what gives you that feeling that is the last step. So I thought, would it be the for sale sign going up and saying sold on the estate agent's notice board? And that kind of didn't give me that conviction.
Plus they could have sold it to somebody else.
Yeah. Or would it be like a really positive, powerful image of like the estate agent giving me the keys? Yeah, maybe that'd do it. But the one I settled on was the housewarming party.
Oh, right, yeah.
The housewarming party.
Because you'd have to moved in by then.
Yeah, so I didn't set the goal and the deadline for when we would move in. But I did set a date in my diary for when we'd have the housewarming party. And there was all sorts of trials and tribulations, because as soon as you set a goal, you get a chair.
Yeah, and I know what a chair is.
It's an obstacle,
you're going to have to tell people what a chair is.
Well,
right,
you set a goal, and you see, the good thing about not having goals is you don't have any obstacles. But as soon as you set a goal, you get one of these, right? And what a lot of people do is they go, oh no, it's too hard now. How do I get around this? I need to clamber over it or whatever, right? And they go off and do something easier over there.
Yeah.
But if you've got a big enough reason why, which you talked about in the last couple, you'll find a way around the chair. So lots of chairs appeared to get in the way of achieving it. But yes, we had the housewarming party on that day, right? That's how I knew. So I think, to summarise that, yes, whatever goal setting system you use, focus on setting the goal on the last step, right? So with the marathon, it might not be crossing finishing line. It might be having that first pint of beer or whatever it is, or the putting them handing you the medal.
It's an emotional thing, that's what you're saying.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because
it's whatever gets you here.
Emotion, your goals have to have emotional dimension. That's why, again, when you write your goals, you want to write them in the present tense. as if you've already achieved it, or the past tense, like you've already achieved it and gone. It feels real rather than what you're going to do or might do.
Excellent.
So there you go.
Right.
That was the last step of that Cuppa, I think, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah.
I'll say that.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'll say that.